Hello, everyone. I wanted to give you some of my thoughts on a few stocks and to observe how the trends move up and down, but how we can follow certain patterns and continuing observations. So I had given this list for one of our members and one of the members in our group, and I had shared this with you. There were 6 stocks that was being followed, and 3 has been entered, but not fully. So the first one that they entered was Coal India. Coal India, you'll see the chart right here. And so the entry was somewhere about 220.30, and I recommended a stop loss at 204.50. The reason for that was that I noticed that this swing low was the most recent one, and that this was a level of support that 2 or 3 times this level of support was tested, and it remained as a support, and it went back up. Also, another reason is that this level, well, this area, I should not say level, but maybe this area was an area of resistance at one point, and once that resistance was crossed, it became an area of support. All right, then it went further up, and then there was this channel pattern that I had been observing, and you'll observe how the channel pattern has been touched, and it is moving further down. So my observation here is that you look at the moving averages, you'll see the stock above the 20 above the 60, and the 60 above the 200. All right, this is what's going on. So now you'll see how this price had gone up and hit this resistance level, which is also coincides with this channel pattern. And it came back down, and look at this. It looks like this 20 period moving average has been respected. If you noticed, see here, it went down and respected that 20 period moving average, went back up. Come again, it came back down, and it's touched this 20 period moving average. So what is going to happen now? Of course, we don't know. But the possibility is twofold. One, it could keep going straight up and cross above this or break out of this channel pattern. And some, it may just continue to follow this channel pattern. So the upward movement can continue either by crossing above this channel or following the channel like that. Okay, that's another possibility. The second possibility is that it can break down and go further down. Still, if it goes down like this, we will observe and see if this channel pattern is respected. So for right now, I would say hold on and just wait. Now, if it goes below the stop loss, let's get out and forget it, and let's not take too much risk. Okay, so the only thing we can control is the risk factor. The only thing that we have control over is our losses. We cannot control the gains. Okay, so then the next one is Bel Bad Electronics. And you'll observe the similar pattern here, the 20, the stock above the 20 above the 60, and the 60 above the 200. And it is also in a channel pattern. Okay, so with this also, you'll observe something very similar that's happening, but a little bit different. Look, it swung back up and it crossed this channel pattern. Okay, this channel pattern should have been like right here. If we extend the line further, but it crossed above it. Look at that. But it hit this resistance level and came back down. All right, but it did not go below the 200. So again, keep your eyes open, watch it daily, and see what happens. You can actually watch it, once during the day and maybe at the end of the day. And look at this. Okay, it looks like it's respecting the 20 period moving average, and it's bounced back up. So will it cross over this support and resistance? That's what we have to see. This resistance level, if it crosses over and clears it, then I would say enter with more capital. Until then, just keep the minimum capital that you have put in. And then you see this stop loss here. Again, this stop loss, the reason for that is this swing low here, okay? and also the all-time high is right there. Now the all-time high may act as a level of support, whereas at one point, if you observe here and here, the all-time high was the resistance. Now the resistance would become the support, and this area, see, this area now has become an area of support, and the price refuses to go back below. Now, not 100%, probably about 70%, it will stay above that. Okay, now see, now again, the possibility we want to observe, will it break out and go above this? If it does, then we could go ahead and add more capital to this trade. Or if it goes below and hits your stop loss, fine, get out of it. Okay. All right. The next one is Federal Bank. And now here, I want you to observe what is happening. Something a little bit similar. The stock above the 20 period moving average, the 20 above the 60, and the 60 above the 200. All right. Now, again, my recommended stop loss is at this level, the previous level of support, and I'm keeping that as a recommended stop loss. And then the entry was right here, but then immediately there was a resistance right above the entry, and it has gone down. Now, this time it did not respect the 20 period moving average. What does that mean? Let's see and observe and see what happens. If it goes further and breaks below the stop loss, let it go. Okay, don't hold on to it, and be willing to lose some money. But then this one, I think they had only entered a small amount, like one share or something like that, and or two shares or something. So even if this stop loss is hit, the loss is very tiny and negligible. Okay, but what we want to observe is, if this goes straight back up and goes above the entry and this resistance level and continues up, then add more funds, add another few more shares, and that's what I would recommend. Okay, so these are the three that they have entered, and these are my observations in the last few days. And the last 2 or 3 days has not been very positive. We know that, but that's fine. We're observing that, and then we have an eye on this all-time high as well. Okay, so we keep an eye out for that. What does that mean? Well, there will be usually some resistance there. That's the usual situation there. So you want to keep your eyes open for that, because if you see that it's hitting the resistance, what you could do is you can get out of there, and you can exit from there and take the profit and get out. Okay, how much? Let's see. If you were to go all the way to the all-time high, that's about 13 to 14%, and that's pretty good. All right, so there were 6 in the watch list, and then the first 3 are the ones that was purchased, and the next 3 have not been purchased. Now the entry level is for me, so please ignore that. The person has not entered that. I'm in the trade, and so with this one, NTPC, I'm observing something similar, the stock above the 20, 20 above the 60 above the 200, and it's following this channel pattern. And if you're wondering about this channel pattern, I want you to observe what it looks like this. I'm going to make it even, zoom out so you can observe. Look at this. So see, it's up and down and sideways, but still in the long run, it is going up. So these are one of those that you can actually stay in it and follow the trend. Some people don't want to do that. They'd rather just take this upswing and get out, take another upswing and get out. That's another, different way of doing that as well. So this person entered right at this point, 150, 185, but then it went up and hit this resistance level. You see this previous resistance, hit the resistance and went back down. Now what's happening? See the 20 period moving average, it was respected several times. Now, will it be respected? Will it continue to be respected? That's a question. Okay, we don't know. Usually it is like 50 to 70%. It is. So let's observe and see if it is respected. If it goes above and goes through the resistance, okay, then this could be a trade that looks positive for us, and you could enter that. But then this channel pattern, it seems to be very strong. So the highest you can go is that much. As far as probability, look at that. That would be still 18%. I would say it's worth it. Okay. By the way, that was my trade, so I'm looking at that and seeing if it would go that far. I'll take the 18%. I'll just get out. And then Ashok Leyland is the next one, and something to observe here is similar. The stock was above the 20, but then now it's going closely along with the 20. Okay, that doesn't look that good. The 20 above the 60 and the 60 above the 200, fine. My stop loss, it's getting close to this stop loss right here. Okay, and so let's observe and see if it can continue going up or is just going to turn down. Ashok Leyland is something to follow and keep your eyes on. And again, this is something similar, this channel pattern, if you observe that, and the stock above the 20, 20 above the 60, 60 above the 200. All right, and then look at this. Okay, the 20 is it being respected? Well, in one sense it is. It's not a particular price point. It's like an area. So it looks like it is being respected, but we'll only know today. Now, if it goes back up, the question is what will happen with this resistance level, which was a previous resistance. I don't want to go into the history of this. It was a previous resistance as well. Will it respect that, or will it cut through that resistance level and continue moving up? But then even if it does, it may find resistance at this channel pattern, as it has many times. All right, that's something to observe, and or it could break out. But sometimes it may do this. You see this? It may follow along. That's something you want to observe. Will it follow along this line, or will it come down and then go up again? Okay, keep watching, keep observing, and watching the trends and how things are moving. All right, I hope this helps you, and let me know if you have questions or comments. Have a good day, and God bless you.